Cybertruck, probably one of the most polarizing vehicles on the road for 2025. There seems to be no middle ground. It's either people love it or hate it. I'm kind of in the camp where I love it. I don't know where you are. Maybe if you're watching a video about a Cybertruck, you might like it too. My name is Joe from Scarff Ford, and today we're going to talk about this 2024 Cybertruck Foundation Series. Let's dive in. It doesn't need any badges on it that say Tesla or Cybertruck. Just by looking at it, you know what it is. It does say Foundation Series, which is one of the early editions of the Cybertruck with a lot of extra standard equipment, including the full self-driving, which is super awesome. I have a Tesla myself. I have a Model 3 I've had for a little over 3 years, and the full self-driving is absolutely amazing. When I first got my Model 3, the full self-driving needed a lot of supervision. I was constantly overriding it. It was doing crazy stuff. But I thought it was cool. I'm kind of nerdy like that. I'm like, well, this is something really amazing in its infancy, and I can be part of this group of people, help training the software. You know, me using my full self-driving for all those years, and all those other people. Tesla used that data to constantly improve the software, where it's at a point today where it really is truly full self-driving. I have an older version of the hardware. This has more advanced cameras and a processor to power the full self-driving system, unlike my 2019 Tesla. But my new 2019 Tesla does amazingly well. I have a 12-mile commute. The majority of the commute, I'm just sitting there staring out the window with my hands on my lap or my hands on the armrest. The car's changing lanes, it's navigating. It's really, truly like having your own personal chauffeur. And the Cybertruck, with its hardware 4 full self-driving hardware, unlike my hardware 3, it's even that much closer. In fact, Tesla right now has Model Ys operating as cybercabs. In Austin, Texas, there is no driver behind the steering wheel. There's a safety driver in the passenger seat, but there's no driver in the steering wheel, and it's giving paid fares to the public without a driver. So, and unlike Waymo, which has hundreds of thousands of dollars of cameras and LiDAR sensors and LiDAR maps, the full self-driving Tesla's vision-based system seems to be paying off because it's growing exponentially faster than Waymo. But that's just a drop in the bucket of the many cool aspects of Tesla and the amazing Cybertruck, which is probably one of the coolest, one of the most advanced, and one of the most polarizing products ever. Clearly, kind of like the DeLorean, the exterior body panels are made of stainless steel. In fact, cleaning it is like cleaning a kitchen appliance. You can use a stainless steel cleaner, and there has been so much information about the Cybertruck when it first came out. They said, oh, look, it's starting to rust. It's starting to rust. Well, the Cybertruck wasn't starting to rust. What happens is since it's bare stainless steel, when you're driving on the road, they're picking up surface pollution. Vehicles operating, with gas engines on the highways, they're spewing out, metal flakes from the catalytic converter and stuff like that. So there's actually a layer of copper building up on the Cybertruck. Surface contamination was building up on the stainless steel, and that was rusting, and you can clean it off. So that's a misinformation right there. The crash test results of the Cybertruck have come out, and unsurprisingly, if you look at most other Tesla products which lead in safety, the Cybertruck is one of the safest pickup trucks that you can buy, one of the lowest rollover risks, and pretty much safe in all forms of collision. Tesla has active and passive safety features, which makes this one of the safest vehicles on the road. The Cybertruck is really, truly a full-size vehicle. I'm a fan of Rivians. Rivians are really cool too, but Rivians are kind of more like compact pickup trucks or mid-size. They're more along the size of a Tacoma, where the Cybertruck's more along the size of a full-size pickup like the F-Series, Silverado, Ram, something like that. So you have this big 6-foot bed, and this cool feature is you have a power tonneau cover, which is very strong. When this tonneau cover is in place, someone could take an axe or a sledgehammer. They're not getting in this thing. I could walk on this thing and it's not gonna break. It's really strong. And when the tonneau cover is up, you do have cameras in the back, so you have complete unobstructed view behind you. And it can quickly open and close. Obviously, Tesla has thought this system out very nicely. We have LED lighting inside the bed. Hit that button right there to lower the bed. Lots of space. We have integrated power as well. Look at that. You could actually charge a Tesla, another EV, off this one. You have a 240 power outlet. So I think with the Foundation Series, it gives you the software. So if you wanted to hook this up to your house, It will probably require additional equipment, but it is possible to, in a power outage, to connect your house to this Cybertruck and power your house for a few days off the Cybertruck's battery. You open this, we have additional storage, and there is water in there, but that's okay because there's drain plugs in there. You can use it as a cooler. If you're going fishing or something like that, you can put ice in there, put your daily catch in there. To open the doors, you hit these little buttons right there. And even though it has a crazy design, it actually has a lot of interior space. I'm 6'2", plenty of headroom, plenty of legroom back here. Very nicely done interior, very spacious, very comfortable. We have this big screen back here for the rear occupants. You have rear climate control, heated rear seats. You can get Bluetooth headphones and listen to your own media, watch your own music, watch your own movies and stuff back here as well. Play video games. Since we don't have an engine up front, we have a frunk, which is additional storage space. Also makes a really nice place to sit as well. Look, I even have a canopy. Great for a tailgate party. And of course, we have this giant screen here to operate the infotainment system. The Cybertruck and Teslas, by design, the majority of the functionality are in these screens, because when you have hard buttons and knobs, guess what? Those are there forever. This is infinitely reconfigurable. Even though my Tesla's from 2019, Tesla has kept my Tesla relevant over their updates. So in 2025, my Tesla has gained features, the graphics and display have improved and have changed and become more modernized. And that will be the case as well for this Cybertruck. Tesla is constantly going to roll out updates, improving safety, fixing things, giving you new features. That's one of the few vehicles that gets better with age. Have this nice wireless charger right there. These roof panels, lots of natural light inside. You have that one giant windshield wiper, works really well actually. Pretty big windshield. I haven't seen a windshield as big as this since like the Pontiac Transport or the Chevy Lumina van, but this looks a lot nicer. So here's the information. Yeah, you can tell it's a Foundation because it says Foundation Series right there. This has the full self-driving capability included. Right now that's $8,000. So that's an $8,000 add-on that you don't have to pay extra for. It stays with the vehicle. When we transfer ownership to a new owner, they will get this full self-driving capability. They won't have to pay $99 a month for it. They won't have to pay $8,000 for it. They have it for the life of the vehicle. And sometimes Tesla does have promotions. It's not guaranteed, but maybe in the future when you want to upgrade your Tesla, sometimes Tesla has deals where they'll allow you to transfer your full self-driving capability to new Tesla vehicles. And just like the screen back there, you can play video games, you can watch movies. You can't do the movies while you're driving or the video games. You have the toy box where you can, if you decide to wrap your Tesla, you can have it match the wrap. You can play a light show. You have a boom box where you can talk through the horn, change the sound of the horn. One new feature is Grok. Grok is AI, and now it's available in Teslas. Let's try it out.
Hey, that's me. What do you want to chat about? First, road trip ideas, a quick fact check, or maybe something totally random?
Can you tell me how the Cybertruck has done in recent crash tests?
Sure thing. The Cybertruck just nailed 5 stars overall from NHTSA, top marks in side and rollover tests, though the front passenger got a 4 in frontal crashes. IIHS gave it good for moderate overlap front, great for drivers, decent rear protection, but flagged marginal on seatbelt reminders and acceptable LAAC for car seats. Headlights? Yeah, those got poor for glare. Solid truck safety-wise, if a bit quirky.
I could literally probably go an hour or maybe 2 hours talking about this Cybertruck because it's so different, but we won't do that on this one. So basically, we kind of touched on some of the stuff that you can see at a glance, but there's a lot of cool things about the Cybertruck that you don't see, that you have to look more than skin deep to realize. For one, is the amazing 48-volt electrical system. The Cybertruck is the first production vehicle to utilize a 48-volt electrical system, limiting miles and miles of wire, reducing complexity, reducing weight, improving efficiency, and maybe we'll see the rest of the auto industry adopt this cool new system. Another feature that you don't see, well maybe you see it when you start turning the wheels, is that the Cybertruck is one of the first vehicles to offer drive-by-wire steering. So there's no mechanical connection to the front wheels. It's all handled by electric motors and computers. You have triple redundancies, so if there's a catastrophic loss of power, you still have control and can steer the vehicle to a safe stop at the side of the road. So we have drive-by-wire steering. And it's not the first vehicle to have production drive-by-wire steering. We'd have to compliment Infiniti manufacturer I worked at for 20 years, which was pretty innovative as far as technology goes, but unfortunately they've kind of fallen by the wayside. But the Q50 had one of the first drive-by-wire systems, but that one had a mechanical backup. It had a mechanical steering rack as a backup in case you lost power. This does not have any mechanical backup at all. Like I said, it has triple the redundancies, so they've built in a lot of safety features, a lot of redundancies. I even think there's like a battery pack built into the steering column, so if the vehicle loses power, the steering rack still has power, so you can safely steer to a stop. But the other thing that we notice is that if I start turning the steering wheel, we have rear wheel steering, which makes this rather large truck steer in a dime. And also look at this. To steer lock to lock, I just need to go like that. I'm not constantly going like that to do tight turns like a regular car, because this is, since it's steer by wire, it can be speed adaptive. So this is a very large full-size pickup truck, and I'm not driving on public roads, we're in a parking lot. This thing is extremely nimble. I mean, look at these tight turns. It's gonna take your brain like a couple minutes to adjust to it because it feels different, but you can just thread the needle through tight little parking situations. It is so easy to turn this thing and maneuver around. I mean, you're just making these big movements with just small inputs in the steering, and it's adaptive. So obviously when you're going 70 miles an hour on the highway, it's gonna change the steering ratio, so if you're not flying off the road when you turn the wheel a little bit. But this really makes this thing so maneuverable, and it makes it that much fun to drive. I mean, look at this thing. It's a big truck, and with the rear wheel steering, you're just spinning around in circles. I'm gonna make myself dizzy. So much to talk about. Such a cool product. And if you're a family person, obviously the kid in me loves this truck, but my kids love these trucks too. I'm in the car business. My kids know cars fairly well. I have a 5-year-old and an 8-year-old, but the one thing that they scream out, Cybertruck, I saw a Cybertruck. They're not doing that for any other vehicles. They're not doing it for Corvettes or Ferraris or Lamborghinis or G-Wagons. What makes them excited is Cybertrucks. It's like it's like a celebrity parked in your driveway. So, if you want to score brownie points with your kids, they're just pure. Kids are so pure. There's a lot of hate and there's a lot of complex, feelings with Tesla products. Luckily, a lot of that has blown over. 8 months ago, things were pretty rough for Teslas. Like, driving a Cybertruck was almost like wearing a MAGA hat. There's people protesting at Tesla dealerships. I knew, and then I was making videos back then about, on Teslas, and I was saying that I think this is gonna blow over. I've seen this happen before. People are gonna get bored with this in a couple months. And likewise, all that has kind of blown by. Now in October of 2025, you rarely see any Tesla hate stuff on the news or anything like that. It's actually more good stuff now with this full self-driving and the cyber taxis and stuff, and the robo-taxis getting a little bit of good press. So yeah, we're Scarff Ford. We sell new Fords, new Isuzus, and a very wide variety of pre-owned vehicles. We do really well with pre-owned Teslas. We always probably have about 8 to 10 pre-owned Teslas in stock at any given time, as well as other EVs, Polestars, our own products, the Mach-E's, the Lightnings. We're a fan of all vehicles, gas and electric. They're all great vehicles, and they all have places in the world for different consumers, depending on their wants and needs. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.